Hey, nerds and nerdettes, it's Rick here, and today is going to be one of those rare instances where I turn the camera around and I'm actually talking directly to you instead of hiding behind the camera, doing a review of a toy. Um, but I felt that in light of recent events in regards to the movie that I'm going to be discussing here, that it was necessary to do so. Um, Let me just preface this by saying that I'm probably going to be discussing some spoilers that are in Batman v Superman. I also want to preface this by saying that I am not a movie reviewer. Yes, I am a DC fanboy. I will freely admit that. Uh, yes, I do enjoy Man of Steel. It is probably one of my favorite comic book movies. In fact, I enjoy, with the exception of Sucker Punch, most Zack Snyder movies. And the only reason I say with the exception of Sucker Punch is because I haven't ever seen it. But the Dawn of the Dead remake, I think, in my personal opinion, is better than the original. Like I said, I love Man of Steel. 300 was fantastic. Watchmen is probably in my top five favorite comic book movies. So I'm a little biased in that regards. And no, I haven't actually seen the movie yet. As of today, I believe today is Thursday, I will be seeing it Saturday morning with my sister and my wife. So now that those are out of the way, we got a lot of sun in this room right now. Try to white balance. Here, let's do this. White balance. White balance. Kind of work. Whatever. Okay. What I wanted to discuss is that right now, the movie is sitting at, I believe, 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. There seems to be this dogpile mentality when it comes critically to this movie. And a lot of the reviews that I'm seeing are very inconsistent in what exactly it is that they're watching. Some of the reviewers say that there's not enough action. It's too slow and plotting. I've heard some say that there's too much action. I've seen that Batman is the best Batman that they've ever seen. Ben Affleck's the best Batman they've ever seen. I've seen some say that this is the worst Batman that they've ever seen. Some say that there's not enough content to warrant there being a 2.5 hour movie. Some say that there's too much to try and jam in only a 2.5 hour movie. So it's all over the board. I don't think any of them really know what movie it is that they're watching. Hell, I've even seen one guy say that this movie is unlike any other Marvel comic fair. He didn't even know that this is a completely separate universe. To these guys, a lot of them, and that's another thing that I'm seeing, is a lot of them are trying to compare this. It's trying to make a comparison or try to lump it in with Marvel movies. This isn't Marvel. These are completely separate characters. I don't know why this is confusing to anybody, but anyways, those aren't the people that I'm talking about. Right now, I'm talking about us. People like you and me, the nerds, the fanboys, the people that this movie is made for. Now, I've got a bunch of people that I know personally that have already seen it. They've seen the IMAX special events. They've seen special screenings of it. And those people include, there's one person in particular, that his opinion I trust very much. He wouldn't hold anything back. He would tell me flat out, whether or not the movie was crap. He's seen it twice already, and he said it's even better upon second viewing. And that's an opinion I trust very much. I can't disclose who it is. Some nerds might know who he is, particularly if you're in the action figure community. But if you know who he is, you would respect his opinion. But I digress. It sounds very much like it's a fan service movie, and it's a movie for fans, made by fans. So I'm not quite understanding why there is this dogpile mentality going on in regards to this movie in the nerd community, in the fan community. So the critics don't like it. It's sitting at 35% right now on Rotten Tomatoes, which who cares? They've got a faulty, very very, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's not a good system. It only judges by the positive reviews as opposed to the overall reviews. Something like a Metacritic is sitting at 50%, I believe, right now, which is something more that it takes into account every score as opposed to just the positive scores. So, you've got people sitting here saying that, oh, well, The Room is at 35%. So this movie is just as bad as The Room. Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Really? Do you really think this movie is going to be as bad as The Room? Sharknado is at 83%, if that tells you anything about Rotten Tomatoes system. The last Indiana Jones, I believe, is at 78%. Really? Do you think this movie is going to be as bad as that? Now, again, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say for certain whether or not the movie's crap. I will make that decision myself on Saturday, which is the point of my making this video right now, and that is to make up your own mind. Come up with your own conclusions. Do not take stock in what these critics say. That is their job. Their job is to be critical. It's in the job title, critic, to be critical. They're to nitpick everything. There's these Jeremy Johnses out there who's a film critic. He didn't like it. Okay, then that movie wasn't for him. He claims to be a comic book nerd, but the movie obviously wasn't for him. Then you've got someone like Grace Rudolph. She loved it. She was the one that was kind of bashing the movie left and right before anything happened, anything came out. She loved it. So, it just goes to show you that it's all subjective. Don't let somebody else make up your mind for you. I saw another kid on Twitter, someone who he just a month ago was very excited about this movie, very hyped, bought the toys, was talking it up and down. He posted a picture of the Rotten Tomatoes score and said, haha, I can't help but laugh at this. As if this is something that he expected the entire time, and this is something that he kind of wanted to happen. You yourself were excited about the movie, and now it sounds like you're allowing critics to make up your mind for you. Don't do that. Go in with an open mind, because I'm telling you, all the fans that I've seen, not just people that, they're happy because they got into an early screening, people that whose opinions I trust, fans, actual fans, comic book readers, toy collectors, people who enjoy this stuff, have said it's one of the greatest comic book movies that they've ever seen. So, whose opinion are you going to trust more? And that's another thing that I don't understand, is anybody that comes along with a positive review of this, they're either just a fanboy or they're just someone who, has an agenda to try and make DC movies look good. So, which is it? Are the reviewers correct? You're going to believe the reviewers, or are you going to believe somebody who actually enjoys this, who actually has stock in making sure that this movie is they want to enjoy the movie? If they enjoy the movie, then why are you giving them crap about that? I'm not understanding that. And, I see a lot of people complaining. Here's the spoiler part. So here's a little warning that Batman kills in this movie. This is supposed to be a different kind of Batman. This is supposed to be more in line with the comic books. Have none of you read Dark Knight Returns or Flashpoint, or did none of you? And no, a lot of people like to see things through rose-colored glasses, and they think that their Batman is the best Batman. I know a lot of older people think that the Adam West Batman's the best Batman. He's not. Kevin Conroy's the best Batman. He is for the animated universe, but we're talking about live action. Michael Keaton's the best Batman. I hate to break it to you folks, but he kills. Christian Bale Batman. I'm very burpy right now, I'm sorry. Christian Bale Batman's the best Batman. Okay, but he also indirectly kills. He chooses not to save Ra's al Ghul. He allows, countless people to get crushed or blow up or, whatever. Everybody's going to have their favorite Batman, and everybody's going to have a preference as to their Batman. And from all intents and purposes, everybody that I've seen that's seen this says that regardless of the killing, which is also up for interpretation, that he is the best Batman there is to date. So, that being said, you can't trust any one person, whether it be a good review, whether it be a bad review. You just have to make up your mind for yourself. That's all I'm saying here. I'm not saying, I'll let you know on Saturday. I'll do a quick little review. I'm not going to do a full review because, like I said, I'm not a movie reviewer or a critic. I'll just give my thoughts on the movie. I'll let you know on Saturday if I think the movie is crap. And I'm not completely DC biased. I will flat out tell you that Green Lantern is a boring movie. The original Ryan Reynolds is a boring movie. Jonah Hex is probably not that great. Superman Returns definitely sucked. I can sit here and say that. And also Dark Knight Rises, it doesn't have very good review value, if you ask me. The Dark Knight trilogy, in fact. We kind of look at that through rose-colored glasses, but, I kind of got tired of the whole realism aspect of it. Not for me. I'm a comic book guy. I want to see the spectacular up on film. And I'm also not completely DC biased. I do enjoy Marvel movies. Now, I will say the last couple Marvel movies have sucked. I'm not a fan of Thor 2. I did not like Guardians of the Galaxy. It was okay. I know I'm in the minority. You don't have to jump on my case about that. Absolutely hated Age of Ultron. Didn't see Ant-Man, so I can't say anything about that. And Iron Man 2 and 3 both sucked horribly. So, Marvel is not without their faults as well. But, like I said, just go in tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, whenever you're seeing this movie, go in with an open mind. Both sides win here. If the comic book movie genre keeps going, then we keep getting comic book movies. Either side, Marvel, DC, as long as the genre is alive, and that's another reason why I think these critics are ripping this apart. I think, there's this superhero fatigue going on right now, especially amongst the pretentious people that, critique these movies. And I don't know if they were looking for another Revenant or what, but, there it is. Just keep an open mind. Make up your own mind. Have some free thought. Go in not hating this movie, expecting to hate this movie, not go in expecting to love this movie. Just go into the movie, watch it, and then decide for yourself whether or not it was for you. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Don't dogpile on it right now. Fan response to it on Rotten Tomatoes is at like 80%. So that just goes to show you, like I said, it's a movie for the fans, by the fans. Don't let what some hoity-toity critic whose job it is to rip this movie apart in the Tribunal or whatever the hell newspaper it is. Don't let them decide for you. I've read positive reviews from Forbes and Rolling Stone. Those aren't dictating my am I happy to see that? Absolutely. Am I allowing that to dictate how I'm going to feel about this movie? Absolutely not. If I hate it, I will let you know on Saturday. If not, I'll be screaming from the rooftops how awesome this is. And to keep this in topic with everything that I usually do reviews about, the more movies we get, the more toys we get. And believe me, folks, the movies are continuing. This isn't going to affect anything. Justice League is filming in 2 weeks. Wonder Woman is about done. Suicide Squad comes out in August. The DC Universe, the extended DC Universe, is here to stay. You might as well get on for the ride because we're in for a treat, folks. I don't know why anybody would want for this to fail. All right? Go in. Let me know what you think about the movie if you've already seen it. If not, tell me when you do see it. I'll be, like I said, on Saturday. I'll do like a little mini review. I'll probably do it as soon as I leave the theater in my car, of what I think of the movie. We'll take it from there. If it sucks, it sucks. That sucks. If not, I'll be shouting from the rooftops how awesome it is, and I probably won't be able to wait for the extended R-rated version that's coming out on Blu-ray. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Like I said, if you've seen the movie, let me know below. Have a good one.